Does anybody notice a mistake that I made today? No? Go ahead. I wore green instead of white. Before Mass, Deacon Stevens said, "What color should we wear?" And I said, "White." And then I walked out. It's like I'm a little kid who dressed myself and put on the wrong colors. So today's the feast day of St. Henry, who was a German king and lived a heroic life of holiness, even though he had all the power, right? Even though he was in charge of a whole country, he lived a life of holiness. So like we've been talking about, all of us can be holy, right? All of us can live lives of holiness, no matter who we are, no matter what's happening in our lives. And someone who was really, really, really holy, who really lived a great life of holiness was St. Joseph, right? St. Joseph, the husband of Mary, right? He raised Jesus. He was a carpenter. He was a humble man. He was someone who did the will of God, who God asked him to do something so great, so special, so important. He said, "I want you to raise my son, Jesus," right? "I want you to be the earthly father of God made man," right? Because what did we say yesterday about Jesus? Jesus did what? He died on the cross, but before he did that, what did he do? We talked about it yesterday. It's a big word. No, not the Annunciation. What did Jesus do? Incarnation, that's right. He took on our flesh. He became man. He became like us, right? And so he needed a father to watch over him. And so St. Joseph was his father. St. Joseph is father to all of us, right? St. Joseph watches over us and he guides us, and he's a great example to us because he was obedient to God. He was obedient to the will of God. St. Joseph probably had much greater plans that he was going to live his life, right? That Joseph and Mary Christ were going to have this. That was a joke make sure you guys are still paying attention. Okay. But that Joseph and Mary were going to have this life where Joseph was this great carpenter and built this great carpenter empire. But instead, God came to him and he said, "I have a much more important task for you. I have a much more important job for you. I'm calling you to something that's going to make you truly holy." Right? So God calls all of us to be holy. We talked about that, right? To be holy, to do his will, to be saints. Who here wants to be a saint? Really? Not everybody? Y'all don't want to be saints? Sure you do, right? We all want to be saints. Maybe one day there will be, a statue of you in a church. Wouldn't that be neat? Yeah. All of us want to be saints. All of us want to be in the presence of God. All of us want to do his will. That's why we're here, so that we can do his will better and better each day. St. Joseph is a great example and model to us of how to do the will of God. St. Joseph shows us how to do the will of God, how to trust in God, how to listen to God, right? How to be holy. He was obedient. How many of us are good at being obedient? A few. No? Nobody over here? Sometimes it's easier to be obedient when we're younger than it is when we're older, right? But St. Joseph was obedient to the will of God in a unique way, right? A very unique way. All of us are called to be obedient to God as well. All of us are called to listen to him and to do his will. And remember, his will is for us to be holy. His will is for us to be saints. His will is for us to be with him forever in heaven. So let us look to the example and the model of St. Joseph. Let us ask that he be our special role model. Let us strive to imitate him. Let us strive to be more and more like him. You're going to learn all about St. Joseph today, okay? And you're going to learn about his obedience, and you're going to learn about how he was holy and how he did the will of God. You're going to learn that St. Joseph was such a great and powerful saint and a powerful protector and a powerful patron for us. So let us ask that through the intercession of St. Joseph that he would watch over all of us as he watched over Jesus, that he would watch over all of us, that he would protect us, and that he would lead us to holiness.